All right, so yesterday was simple interest. Today, compounded interest. Compounded interest has a similar equation, but there's a little bit added to it. See, typically here we had an A. Now it's a P. Where here we had just the rate, now it's R over N. And then up here we had an X, and now it's an NT. Well, here's what they mean. P is known as a principal. It's still the initial amount. It's the same as the A. Right? R, still the rate, but as a decimal, not the percentage. And then N, it's the number of times that something gets compounded, where T is the time, typically in years. As far as compounding, when something's compounded daily, that's 365. That's the number that you're going to use. Compounded daily. There's 365 days in a year. So that's why we're using 365 for that. 52 weeks in a year, 12 months, 4 quarters, and of course, yearly, just 1. Here's an example. Jackie invested $2,800 into an account that will gain 4% interest, compounded daily. How much money will be in the account at the end of 12 years? So P, your initial amount, the principal, $2,800. Where the rate was 4%, converted to a decimal, 0.04. It's compounded daily, so 365 times, for a length of 12 years, so T is 12. So plug everything in where it belongs. The P, the R, the N, and then raise to the power of N times T. When you guys do this in the calculator, make sure that when you use the caret key, remember that's that little triangle looking button. When you use the caret key, make sure that you're putting this in parentheses, which is why I wrote it out by hand that way. If you don't put that in parentheses, the calculator thinks that you're only going to be raising it to the power of 365, and then it will multiply everything by the 12. You got to put all of this in parentheses, okay? When you punch all that in, you should get this answer of 4,524.89 or in 89 cents.